Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, Incredible Chess. And yeah, guys, welcome to the seventh episode of Against the Sicilian. And today, I'm gonna show you a high-profile chess trap against the Sicilian accelerated dragon variation. Well, guys, this chess trap is super rare, and let me tell you that I have made video of against the Sicilian dragon variation and against the Sicilian hyper accelerated dragon variation. And now it's time for the accelerated dragon. So, if you're first time on my channel and want to learn some cool chess tricks to become a better chess player, then start now by subscribing my channel. Okay, so let's start. So white starts with e4, c5, knight to f3, and now the main move is d6. But black plays the move knight to c6. I've seen many players playing this move, and this is also very popular. Actually, this is the second highest popular move, and this is known as the old Sicilian variation. Well, yeah, we are gonna play d4, and now it's much more or less has been transformed into the open Sicilian. Black takes the pawn, and we take with the knight. Black plays the move knight to f6, attacking the e4 pawn, and we play knight to c3, defending the pawn. And now in this position, black plays the move g6. And guys, this is the accelerated dragon. And notice that black hasn't played the move d6. If the move d6 would have been played, then it would be transformed into the dragon variation. In this position, white has many moves, but my recommendation is you can capture this knight. And now black has two options to capture the knight with which of the pawn. If black takes the d pawn, then we can simply gobble up the queen. King takes, and in this position, white is much better. See, the black's king has lost the right to castle, and we can simply castle. We can play bishop e3 and castle. Also, we have a good center control with the pawn e4. You can also play something like f4 and have a good center control. The game may continue like this. Bishop to c4, attacking the f7 pawn. e6, blocking the path. And now we can play e5, attacking the knight. Knight goes to d7. And now we can play f4. And guys, you can see that white is much better. Now in this position, first of all, white has greater development. Black has only developed one piece, and we have developed two pieces. And the main motive of the accelerated dragon is to fiend shatter the bishop on g7. And now if black plays this move, then it's very bad because the bishop on g7 is very passive. It's just blocked. You can say play something like bishop e3 and castle. And white is much better here. Going back, so in this position, capturing with the d pawn is a mistake. And thus many players capture with the b pawn, which is the correct move. And now in this position, we can play a very interesting move, which is the move e5, attacking the knight. Guys, this is actually the most critical move of the game. Here black has many options. If knight to g4, then we can simply capture the knight and get a piece up. If knight to e4, more or less the same story. We have straightforward a full piece up. So now in this position, if black plays the move knight to h5, then let me tell you that black is a very passive. This knight is on the edge of the board and it's not doing much red things. The game may continue like this. We can play g4, very aggressive move, attacking the knight. Knight goes to g7, and now we can play f4. So we have some really good space on the king side. So maybe black can try to play the move knight to e6, trying to take out the bishop on g7 and castle as soon as possible. Well, in this position, we can play the move f5. Black takes the pawn, we takes it back, and black plays the move knight to c7. Well, guys, believe it or not, but computer engine showing that this is a total 3-point advantage to white, because white can play something like queen to h5, and this is a really and we can have a very devastating attack. I've seen many players playing the move bishop to g7 in this position, and now we can play a very amazing move knight to e4. Well, capturing this pawn is very bad because we can play f6, and then we can try to play bishop c4 and black king would be gone. So the main move here is castle. And now we can play the move f6. Black takes the pawn, and now it's very important for white to take the pawn with the knight. And black has to capture the knight. If black simply moves the king, then queen captures at 7 is just check and mate. So black has to take this knight. And now instead of capturing it back, we are gonna play a super amazing move. Bishop to d3. And guys, believe it or not, but the game's over. There's just no way for black to inherit the attack. Because queen captures h7 is just check and mate. If he moves the rook, then also we can play something like queen to h6. And if he plays this, then now we can play this move. And if in this position black played knight e6, then now we can capture this pawn. And we have a very devastating attack because we can capture the bishop. Knight takes, we can play this move now, check, king to e7, and now we can capture this knight. And ultimately white is much better here. White is also a pawn up, and this is a clearly winning position for white. So in this position, going to h5 is very bad for the knight. And if black goes back to g8, then we have to do nothing, because see, black just develop the piece and get it back, and black is very passive in this position. Computer can show the 1 point advantage. We can develop pieces. First of all, we are ahead in development. This e5 pawn is really strong. We are controlling the d6 and f6 square, and in the future it would be very tough for black to play the move f. So white is completely better here. Well guys, the main line in this position is knight to d. And you would be thinking, why this move? Because it straightforward loses a pawn. But not really, because if we capture the knight, because black wants that we capture the knight, pawn takes, now we capture the pawn. And you can see that black has lost a pawn but has counterplay. Because he is really solid. Has these 3 pawns for the defense. He can play bishop g7 and castle as soon as possible. And I think black has a lot of compulsion on this game. But don't worry guys, in this position also I have a very amazing trap for you all. Well, for now the rook is attacked, so black has to play the move rook to b8, saving it from the attack. And now guys, the key move of the game, and super amazing move which will destroy black. Guys, pause the video, find a super amazing move which will just destroy black's aims, and black is gonna go destroyed up. Well guys, congratulations if you have found the winning move, e6. Well, at the first glance, this move looks completely stupid and looks like a blunder. We are just giving up a pawn for free, but that's not the case. In this position, I'm going to show you all the possible moves that black can play. First of all, if black just ignores that pawn and plays the move bishop to b7, then not to mention pawn captures e captures f7, it's just check and mate, and it's game over. So somehow black has to do something. If black plays this move d6, then it's a forced mate because we can capture the pawn. Black goes here, play this, and ultimately black is check and mate. So in this position, if black plays this move, then we can again capture this pawn. Black takes, and now we can play a tricky move, which is bishop to e2. Well, the point is that if black tries something like a5, trying to gain some space, then we can play a super dubious move, queen to h5. And the point is, if black takes, then bishop captures h5. It's just check and mate in one move. So in this position, black has to do something about this pawn. He cannot neglect it. But the main thing is, what if black simply takes with the pawn? Like black takes the pawn with any of his pawns. Let's say with the d pawn. Then guys, here comes an unusual tactics, a super mindful tactics, which is just super awesome, and it's the move queen to e5. Super silent move, but a super killer move, and the game for black is over. This is a resignable position for black. We are attacking both the rooks at the same time, simultaneously. And the bad news for black, you cannot save both the rooks at the same time. And this position is game over. Not to mention, if black captures with the f pawn, more or less same story, queen to e5, the killer move, the game's over. So guys, this was the wonderful chess trap in the accelerated dragon variation. Now I'm sure if any of your opponents play any of the dragon variation, let's say dragon variation, hyper accelerated dragon, or accelerated dragon, then you are gonna destroy it. Well guys, that's all for today and I hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, be safe, be healthy, and keep watching Incredible Chess. Peace out guys.